morning, good afternoon, and hopefully a good night thus far. My name is Jack Wonder, and I welcome you back in Alan Wake. Let's see. We're in episode The Truth. Yep.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lie.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Gotta keep hydrated, folks. Whenever you are, you always try to
I
keep
felt
hydrated.
groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
What sucks the most?
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Like any a patient, any room, or any a reason, and had to be put into this room for comfort and whatnot. He actively able left
Good
the
evening,
typewriter.
Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Are you like holding a pinch of salt, my guy? You just like about to kiss something. It's like you just see his like 2 fingers and a thumb, just like, Mamma mia!
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Oh, of course, you were saying to me. How long was I in there?
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
I wonder who's working with the cops. Do recall in the last episode, straight up the cops were just after
Now,
my
Alan,
head.
from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
What
No.
proof?
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Yet again, there's so many other evidence. Cabins, people gone missing. And I know that's not my fault. Hell, try to interview half the police department, and that actually got
You go
attacked.
this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Then tell me, what happened to the missing people?
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Yeah, I had to say that. Oh,
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Half the
Come along.
stuff
Let's go inside.
is like intentionally said, specifically noted. Like the whole thing was just a figment, imagination. I know crazy people and delusional like escapades, but there's a reason behind everything. More importantly, I showed up with my wife directly at the beginning, even before all this crazy nonsense. More importantly, if I was actually here for that long period of time, then why still yet at the reason behind? Did someone get me admitted? It wasn't my good buddy Barry.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here.
Oh,
I
you
do
ass.
love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, no. Like I am a guy that at once upon a time would be interested in hunting, but just over the top of stuffing like heads and bodies like that, I think that's a little bit too overkill. Are you having fun yet?
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh.
It's trash, of course, but it does involve
Get 'em
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Again, the man looked like he's pinching like a fine grain.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Now I know that absolutely bullshit is straight up Alan cannot write. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let you get enough of the reading material, and I'll get enough of the action.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Now that's a bro.
My head... Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. It was clearing up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me. About everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry,
We have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
More than I listen to them?
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of
Straight up,
power.
I have a feeling that it makes some good pointers. The lake caused it. You're an artist. They end up losing some kind of like big form of, well, what they are, and it twisted it and made it form a reality, a god of some case. If you're writing a story, it seems like one deforms the words of the word and the world.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Gotta play the role a little bit. If anything else, we just need to find one good opportunity to get the hat.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Alright, now we got a name for this creepy old lady, Baba Yaga. At least you call her something instead of the lady in the black.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
No, I just realized that the thermos over there.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Seems like the boat is giving me an opening.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn gun?
I don't
Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
It's my store. I'm taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby. Come out and face the music, Birch. Time to pay the
way will have its say. Rise up in there now.
Get out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna stew your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
Knew it.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Yeah, she had it coming. She had it coming. All form of karma always come back to bite you. If you act on it, you're the form of karma. If not, then something else is gonna be so much harder on them. But, hey. All about morality.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
And a gun. Ooh.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
He had it coming.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
This is definitely very
moment. I had to find a way out.
Crap, I hope both those guys are still okay. What the hell? Oh, come on. Creeping darkness. Always terrifying.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Generator upstairs. Hopefully that thing doesn't need a key. One more.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction. To be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Yeah, that is someone. Actually, no, that is perfect.
Al, I'm here!
Barry, the ultimate wingman.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out! Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Flares and a battery pack. Oof. I was going to say, the whole garden is going to look beautiful, but realizing deep down, and I had a feeling we're going to go through here.
Hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
No, biscuits.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Oh, we're gonna have an epic moment. Also, we got ourselves decked out with a good amount of ammo and others.
I can see them moving around! They're coming for you!
No, bollocks. Biscuits.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Yeah, I don't think Hartman was working with the cops. I think there's like two different things going on. He wants to power the lake. I had to guess and say that.
Move the channel. We'll turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people sad.
A police officer just wants to take me out because they think I'm the source of the, I guess we call this an anomaly.
In the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Oh great, I'm gonna be taking
You'll sleep like a baby.
no on top.
That way we don't have it.
Yeah, that's what you get. I realized something. I could actually tried running away. Nah, it's not my style. Alright, this is the way to go. At least we're away from the crazy madhouse. Not do me. Happy.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
I had to get Mott, it was the kidnapper. Crap, I need to move. Yeah, it's not gonna be that easy, assholes. I should actually try aiming for the head. Like, I know these guys can able to take a couple of shots, but I never tried shooting in the head just yet. I just realized that.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Oh, please tell me if Barry gets out of this alive. Okay, no, these guys are taking these guys aim to their ass. The speedy guys at least take one bullet per shot at, but if it's the mid-sized guys, they take a couple of shots more. This is worth it, this is worth it, this is worth it. Yes. So worth it. happened? A double barrel, 6-shooter, full ammo. Hello.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Oh, you deserve that punch. It's a shame I can only punch you once. Oh, thank goodness. I'm coming, Barry. Is this bad boy open?
Ow! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Real standoff, huh? Alright. I like my odds.
Hurry up, Barry!
You should have brought more. Oh my god, that was the first death I experienced in this game. I should have played a little bit more caution. Alright, I'm sitting up in the chair. They throw him a gauntlet, and that was my first death of this
Hurry
whole
up,
playthrough.
Barry!
Again, that's fine, especially this. Oh, that sucks. Hold on. Hit me, guys. Show him to a real banger.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Nice. Nope, darn. That was my first death throughout the whole playthrough.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
I'm crazy,
Blow my nose.
but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
Oh no, this is what I was talking about.
Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Please, like, throw him down like a flare gun or a shotgun, something.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
That's just a crevice.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man,
He's right there.
what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Woo! Yeah!
That's
Barry,
my boy.
are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Hey.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al,
No,
I'm
that's
not
the wrong
staying
idea.
here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
As long as he has that flare gun on, and with most of the flares I did have, he should be just fine. But for me, on the other hand, I already died once. So I'm not oh no! Oh no! Yes, I'm getting attacked by animated objects. Ah, that's a flashbang in half.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
No guns, no flashlight, but a dream. And right now, that is said dream is getting the hell out of here alive. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that thermos I think I see over there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is not no Donkey Kong. These are only seeking objects to tossing full-fledged melee fighters. Okay, I take back what I said. Oh, come on. The one time you need like an excessive amount of cardio just to stay alive.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
sod. I'm gonna use this. Sit right there. So I guess. God, it's so dark. Okay, no, it's going up. Huh. Just light the gaps.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. Power up the old lights by the gate.
All right. Oh, don't go out on me. It's the only way I'm gonna keep that place cleared. Nah, nuts.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trust no one in the dark. Just straight up run. Crap. More. Gotcha! That only gives me a few more seconds. Just need to get to that light over there. Oh, hello! Ah! What's worse, Alan? Like, he's just sticking to guns only.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Yeah, I can't say that either, because I'm definitely not in a safe zone. Yes. And batteries in a thermos. Not only it makes it so much better if I get myself like a couple of flares or a shotgun. What happened to the campers actually? Oh no, it might be the camper first. So I've been fighting it and running away from.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Bless his soul, Barry.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Yep.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
So no wonder why I just like had to take artists. Oh, wait a minute. Traps. I am so happy they're like so highlighted. Probably in a higher difficulty they wouldn't be. long if I don't run into them, I could probably avoid getting myself chased by some unpleasant company. Oh no. That's a shotgun.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Okay, no wonder why.
I had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Groovy. The bare arms. And I like these arms. Say I want to use my ammo sparingly, but if I'm not careful, I could get easily outnumbered. Bite me, assholes!
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Anyone home?
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please!
What are you walking, man?
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Don't. May your journey be well. Come on, all the times I had to...
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
It's like a real selfish motive, but at that point, from darkness, from escaping to actually doing all these things. Just sucks. Worst of all, I had to be the guy that just had to go party, live life to the fullest, to have his buddy again. So that was
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Your buddy's gonna be meeting up ahead.
The front door was locked.
Of course it is.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
No lie, for a split second, I thought that like toilet paper roll was actually ammo.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Alright, gotta grab the thermite, and so I'm gonna be driving right down to the farm. Then no more detours, going right for the farm. Even if I do see a manuscript, down to the farm. After all, Tom did say he's going to show me what's going to occur if you see all the pages. It's gotta be. God, why is it gonna be so slippery? There. You're my own personal speed bump, big guy. Baby. Looks like we're getting out of here. Okay, now it looks like I gotta go through the cornfield. Or whatever field this is. Hello.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw this stage.
Tell me they got some pyrotechnics.
Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Don't need to say that twice.
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? The place is stopped! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
What are they expecting? An actual gunfight on stage performance? Take your time. I am now armed to the teeth. Wait for it. Whoa. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm goofing off too much. Catch! Jesus, how the hell will they get on stage?
Surprise award.
Okay, that's, of course, comedic timing. Ooh, gone out with a banger, huh? Hey, look at that, a manuscript in the back.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
This
Hey,
puts a smile on my face.
This way to the farm!
Hold on for a quick moment.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
When in doubt, always keep your magazines loaded up. I know that's supposed to be like some kind of rot name, but no, it is actually a smart thing to keep in like memory. You don't know if you need to have anything fired at.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
And I see a way to get up there. And I don't like it. If I remember correctly, he has like a flare or gun on him, so he should be just fine. Also, I'm not sure, but I kind of deep down want to shoot with the cutout. But he came this far with it, so
Hey,
let him
I
have
think
it.
Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Ooh, touche. Right. Alright, buddy. I drop from the side? Ah, screw it. A little hurt, but okay. Alright, come on, brother.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Hey, when you got
Look at all
a
this
war
stuff.
in India.
They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep.
Oh, nice
Not my
choice.
days.
Man, respect memory. Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job, what got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
Okay, that's cool.
Tonight's episode. The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join
That's a
the
shame.
searcher as he explores the endless dreams.
Man, now that means like some point down the line, I actually missed an episode that was from Alan Wake.
Oh wow, who's that?
Okay, I had to get that's where we need to go is somewhere above.
He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this. But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream? Oh, yeah. Sure.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
No wonder why that guy has no eye. Like, you know which one I'm talking about. I think the one I'm talking about is supposed to be like Odin. That makes sense. Some kind of essence channel into their work and overall into them. And with that drunken guy as he is, it connects.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Battering ram, you say?
I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this, but maybe you're a really confused dream.
Ow.
Whoa! Good going, Al!
No sudden pearls. We make sure he has his clothes on.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably gonna be just like reading up on that later on. Like during editing. There's one-way entry. I would say I'm afraid, but at this point, I already am still kind of like on that trope of like slapping new foods with the concert playing. Okay. By the power of the shotgun, I compel you to be gone.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Where are you, brother? Okay, no, it must be like down up there. If I find myself a rifle, I'm definitely picking it up. Because I got a couple of more like casings for it. Can't climb the fence. Oh, there you are, brother. Whew. I gotta admit, the lighting painful. Oh, there's moonshine.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Not this stuff.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Oh god, if he's gonna get drunk on this stuff. I mean, they have like all the right to have a little fun, but hot damn, no, not the time. Not nighttime, after all.
Be careful, Al!
Of course, you too, brother. Alright, 4 shotgun shells. Make that several more. Okay, he's has around 8, so I should be just fine. Yep.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
No lie, I was about to walk right into that sledgehammer. Or axe. I probably have better luck with the sledgehammer. Hello? Wait, batteries?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, we've been real busy with other stuff. Concerns and ongoing investigation. Can't talk about that.
Well, looks like we're taking a tram car.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
What sucks the most, I could totally see us just jumping fences and whatnot just to get to where we need to be. Is there a way Barry can follow us?
You've got to be kidding me. Attention to Alan. No lies, still. It's like, out of all the things that are gonna happen, and I had to now actively hop a fence, we could be like inside, no problem. Video game sense, am I right, folks? God, those lightning strikes.
Al? Is that you out
I
there,
had
buddy?
to find a key to get Barry out.
Yeah, it's me. Hang
What
on.
do you mean by key?
I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
Oh, come on.
Hey, watch the holdup! Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies. Come on, Al, open the door already. Seriously, I don't like it in here.
No worries, brother, I got you. There you are.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate now. Looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Hey, they got the sort of like pyrotechnics on stage, like, and the amount of ammunitions and whatnot around
Come
here.
on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Set up for the whole night. The old gods know the truth. no lie, that is quite creepy. Is this open? Hell
Lights are
yeah.
out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
Is this sort of place? It's yeah, it's like in the mountains, so it's probably up in the like attic.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Damn, I gotta love that foreshadowing. Oh, I guess we found like open doors of the room, and they got that fuse box here too.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Firecrackers. Aw, man. Hey. God, this would be one hell of a place to live.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Damn, Barry. Aw, man, well, you had to sleep on the floor. That's not gonna do a good number on your back. Oh, he is tripping awake. Oh.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Yeah.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Of course.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Trying to latch us right back into the
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
One hell of a cliffhanger, am I right?
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse.
Alright. Now, how should I put this? I'm gonna be focusing on trying to edit and try to get these out a little bit faster. But, that said, if you did enjoy this one, please leave a like and a comment down below. Just so, well, it helps the channel and its well-being, but lets me know how this whole thing is doing. So that said, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, stay happy and magnificent wonderful world. So until then, shoot for the stars, because the stars are endless.